Welcome to part 2 of my series on what to do when you've lost your wallet in the Philippines. This morning I went to Western Union because I picked up a wire transfer from a family member back home. This is for me almost a necessity. It's been a week without money, and luckily I had a family member that was able to wire me just a little bit of money, enough to get me by until my new debit card gets here. Here's the process of how to do that, and this is what I hope you get out of this video, is the process in its entirety of how to send money from the States to the Philippines, the provincial Philippines. I don't know that it would matter if you were in a city or not, but everything always seems to be a little more difficult and take a little more time here in the province. So here's how you do it. Obviously, you will call home first and say, hey, I need some money. We all know that. After you find somebody willing to wire you some money, they will go to a Western Union and they will need your barangay, city, and region in order to transfer the money. They will also need your name, and they do not need a social security number or any kind of numbers like that. Social security number, date of birth, driver's license number, they don't need any of that stuff. That's where this end comes in. What they will give them in the States is a number, and it is called a MTCN number. It is a 10-digit number separated by hyphens in 334 order. That number is the most important thing you will need, because that determines whether or not you can pick up your cash. The charge in the States varies. It's a percentage, 3%, or it was on this transaction, 3% of whatever the amount sent was. That goes from the sender. Then you get charged here 45 cents for the transaction. That's in US dollars. That is all the fees that I am aware of from Western Union. That is all the fees that I personally received from Western Union. As of today, the current exchange rate was 51.50. So for every US dollar, you get 51 pesos and 50 cents. Hi. Which was pretty good. Going to the Western Union store was not difficult. They all spoke good English, as I'm sure they deal with many different kinds of people in there. I was able to complete the paperwork and get out of there in about 10 minutes. I gave them my passport and that number I just told you about. That was all the information they needed. I signed about 5 pieces of paper and I was out of there. And that is pretty much the simplicity of sending and receiving money via Western Union while you're here in the Philippines. So the next time I lose my wallet, which I hope is never, but if I do, I will not panic, because getting money to the Philippines is actually quite simple. And I was even told today that out of your own bank account you could wire yourself money. I don't know how to do that, so if anybody does, I would graciously appreciate you leaving it in the comment section. That would be very, very nice. I would love to know, if I got stuck without my debit card, I could wire myself money anytime I needed it. That would be great, fantastic. I hope there's truth to that. So please feel free to elaborate on that topic in the comment section. That would be very valuable information for anyone. Wiring money is pretty easy. We'll see what happens when the debit card gets here, and I will keep this series going with my process of recovery from financial collapse right here in the Philippines.